I'm normal.
Not on your best day, sir. Welcome back to Popcorn and Beers. We have got your butter on top this week's Minions and Monsters, and of course Jordan's drunk classic Lake Placid. Say that 5 times fast. Here we go. Welcome back to Popcorn and Beers, your favorite baseball players, cheerleaders, girlfriends, boyfriends' favorite movie podcast. This is Popcorn and Beers, where some use tomatoes and others use thumbs. We use the stuff that gets you drunk. So, Jordan, again, I failed you. This is 3 weeks in a row, so I have to atone for these sins. I missed the butter on top again, so it's another animated feature, which is a little bit easier for you because you've got the kid. I always feel weird because I'm like the guy by myself in the corner, like with my popcorn, like, don't mind me. I just review movies, trying to do this for a living. We work really hard, but it
Trying
is
to have
weird
your cell
because
phone out and sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah, cell phone out, sneaking it in a theater filled with parents and children. Yeah, it's super. Like, anyway, this movie, are they killing the Minions bit, or did we like it?
I thought it was entertaining. Like, this is how I always judge a lot of animated, like, kids movies these days. Is like, if my kid wanted to watch this every day, like, I'm not saying like I had to sit in front of the TV and watch it with them every day, but if it was in the background playing, like, would it drive me insane? Like, would I really hate it that bad?
Like,
I mean, a little bit.
Would it be like Baby Shark doot 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 on your head, like, nonstop?
Yeah. And you know what? I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was pretty funny. It honestly kind of felt just like a lot of bits kind of slapped together,
like a long Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, like a long Minions. Just like cartoon series, like strung into a movie. You know what I mean?
Animaniacs. You remember that? Like how Animaniacs was like a bunch of different shows, like sketch comedies. Like it wasn't the Animaniacs. Bit,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of randomness. I mean, of course. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing with the Minions and all that. It's just very random. It takes a lot of exposition to like get into the movie, which and just anything really, because the Minions don't talk, so they always require this sort of character that has to spoon feed everything to you. Like, oh, this is why the Minions are doing this, and this is when they're doing this, and this and that going on. They've always got to kind of bring that into you. It's a take on old Hollywood, right? The Minions, these unsung heroes of old Hollywood, haphazardly created this monster movie, right? Through their own shenanigans, okay?
So they create a monster movie themselves? Like they're the ones producing and filming a monster film?
Yeah, they start out as actors. They get discovered by a character that's voiced by Christoph Waltz.
Okay.
It's by the way, stacked voice, super crazy stacked voice cast.
I mean, everybody's trying to get on this gravy train, man.
Yeah, but then once sound comes into movies, because they're stars of silent pictures, sort of like these Charlie Chaplin kind of, you know what I mean, silent comedy
like Babylon.
Stars.
Like what happened in the movie Babylon.
Yeah, so when voices come into it and the Minions only speak Minionese, right? They can't deliver lines, which is, it's funny the way that they play that out. They lose their fame, right? And so they decide, they can't be actors anymore because they can't do the lines. So they jump to try to make their own movie, a monster movie. It's actually all just like really happening, but they play it off as, this one Minion was filming the whole disaster and antics and everything going on, and turns into their very successful movie, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like a plot here, but it's all just so random and just
Minions leave Hollywood and madness ensues.
Exactly, yeah. The cast, right, is Jesse Eisenberg plays this character Dort, who you're kind of on the fence. You don't know if he's a real, like a robot from space. He's got this whole take over the world. He kind of sounds like Marvin the Martian. Okay. Right? Kind of. And the Minions follow him as their, they believe him to be their next master. And you're not sure if Dort is just like some dork in like a cosplay costume or if he's actually an alien. And that plays out throughout the movie. And that is hilarious.
Is that
It
the
is
main
so
thread?
good. It's one of them. There's a few. There's like 3 threads going on kind of simultaneously throughout this movie, right? And he's one.
No thread takes charge. They're all competing for your attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But Jesse Eisenberg does great as Dort. He doesn't. I don't know what it is about the effect of like him being in this like tin robot suit. It really like does something with his voice. He loses that kind of monotone. It's just he does it very good. It's well executed for him. The other thread here is Trey Parker from South Park.
Yeah.
Okay, and he plays Goomy. Okay, who is a monster who is summoned from this magic book that the Minions. It's part of the whole thing. But he's not quite what they envision him to be. But he comes out and he's kind of the secret villain behind the scenes. He's hilarious.
Wasn't he also already in one? Wasn't he also a voice in like Despicable Me 2? Wasn't he the
I think
voice of the
so.
villain in that?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Just the way his delivery of lines is super funny. Like you just hear this blend of all these different South Park characters kind of in it. Just the way that random words are
Like
pronounced by him.
dissociative personality disorder going on in the voices.
Yeah, it's super funny. Like I love that character, just him talking and stuff. It's great. The way he interacts with the Minions, all that. A lot of adult humor. Some
That's
adult
good.
language is even in it. You know, like I think one of the characters calls somebody a bastard or something. Like it. Yeah. The Minionese language is a bit annoying now. Like it's losing its luster as like a novelty thing. Like people were like into it, like, oh, banana, and they speak cucaracha, like they speak Spanish and French and like a combination of different languages.
Yeah.
But now they're just like, it's lazy and it's kind of it's dull now. Like it needs something. Yeah.
They need to pick me up.
I think they just need to let it go. But
Like,
I mean,
I thought you said this wasn't it. I thought you said this wasn't the end of the Minions.
this is story-wise, no, they didn't put a cap on it, but I just feel like this is a decent entry, but they should let it go at this point. Just it's fine. Come up with something new. I don't know.
Okay.
Minions and Monsters, I'm gonna give it a popcorn in 1.
Popcorn and 1 for Minions and Monsters. Their voices have always reminded me of the aliens from Toy Story's voices. The Minions' voices.
The claw.
Yeah, it feels like they're very similar voices. Speaking of similar voices, the Bill Pullman, Bill Paxton effect was back in your drunk classic Lake Placid. And yes, I think we've both seen this already. Obviously, you had. It's your drunk classic. But I mean, Betty White, so nice. Like, it's so nice having her. Her delivery's so smooth. Her comedy is so pleasant and like subtle and gentle and just like little old lady saying random shit. Like, she opened up a whole lane for these people, like the old lady on YouTube with her like son or her nephew or her grandson or whatever that does all the bits with him. Like, they showed her on the World Cup cam. And like nobody knew what to do with it, and I think that's like Betty White when she started to make her comeback. Is like they were showing her, and like a little bit with like Placid and some other movies that were coming out around this time, and like we didn't really know what to do with it. And then she really hit her stride like 2004 through 2010, like on her comeback after the Golden Girls, you know, and you get full Betty White in this just being really funny. And Oliver Platt in a way you haven't quite seen Oliver Platt, but he has a good delivery too. Like he has a style and a delivery that's very unique to Oliver Platt. But what does he say when he's dancing with the woman? You have wonderful breasts, by the way. Or the line on the boat where he's like, "We made love, you know, so vigorous," and she goes, "No, we didn't," and he goes, "I'm terrible at lovemaking." He's like, "They never remember." So he's got that unique delivery. I love what's his face from Banshees of Inisherin. His accent coming in and out of his sheriff character.
Yeah,
like, that was always funny. You knew that they were going to create like an odd couple relationship between those two. I didn't like even the second go around, the paleontologist character, I didn't think that she played sassy well, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like,
Brendan Gleeson is the sheriff.
okay, Brendan, yeah,
Yeah,
and he was good, and he's a great actor though. He's like fantastic. And
yeah.
the trick to looking great as you get old, look old while you're young, because he has looked the
Right.
same forever. But the actress that's playing this paleontologist, I don't think she pulled off sassy sexy well, and I think that's what the director and producers were going for with her. I don't know if you got that vibe, but
Yeah,
I feel like that's what they wanted of the character.
Bridget Fonda. Yeah, she of the famous Fonda
Yeah,
family.
Jane Fonda's daughter, right?
Is it her daughter? Is it her sister or something? I don't know. Parents, Peter Fonda, siblings. No, I don't know. Anyways, yeah.
Of the famous fighting Fondas.
uh, yeah, she. I'm sorry, I'm like totally blanked on that. What was your
No,
setup there?
I said I felt like the director and like the direction of that role was sexy sassy, and it just
Yeah,
came off as like dickish.
yeah, like overly bratty adult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
tantrumy adult all the time.
Like
Um,
someone that yells at customer service for no reason.
yeah, Karen, right? Yeah, she's just whining about everything, you know.
Mhm.
I shouldn't be here. I'm better than this. He's better than this. We're better than you. They're better. You know, it's just that the whole movie. It's just very stuck
Yeah.
up, kind of
All the way to the
annoying.
end, you're right. The whole movie, all the way to the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah.
He can't even flirt with her. He can't even flirt. They can't flirt with each other. It was very awkward. Like they were going for like we're just razzing each other, but we're secretly attracted to each other, and it's just like you both are just coming across as awkward male appendages. Like
Yeah.
that's how each character is coming across, you know. Uh, I think for me, the time when we look at Lake Placid, Jordan, I thought that the CGI and the practical effects were actually pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Like not something I was like, oh, that was terrible. You could tell it was made in like the late 90s. It was more like this is pretty good for the times that we're in, the times that it was filmed. I didn't mind it at all. I thought the bear attack, like that was really good when you consider when this movie was made. Like look at the effects in Mortal Kombat Part 1, the first ever Mortal Kombat, and then look at the effects in this. You're kind of like, yeah, this is not terrible. And the crocodile doesn't look terrible. Like it's fine. It doesn't look bad at all. I obviously they thought this was going to be a franchise. There's a Lake Placid 2. It must have done terrible, but they had a stacked cast. They went very very witty with it. The movie, it's fine. It's not a bad movie, but I just don't know how it would have had legs, right? Why did you think this had legs? Simply because you had a big crocodile in the lake and Betty White feeding little baby crocodiles? Like, why did you think this had legs? Because none of the characters had an arc except for maybe Oliver Platt's character that would lend to a sequel, that would lend to the whole crew getting back together.
It's like they thought they had a Jaws maybe or a Anaconda kind of thing going, you know? It's like everybody
Mm-hmm.
wants to see like monster movies but like real wildlife. You know
Yeah.
that people have these secret fears. Like it's like everyone being afraid of quicksand
Yeah.
a long
Yeah.
time ago. You know, people thought that quicksand was a real hazard in your daily life
Thanks,
or
Looney
something.
Tunes.
Yeah,
Bugs. The crocodile's just not scary. Like, I mean, this one in this movie is scary, but it's not like in America.
I'm pretty
Something
afraid of
we are like,
crocodiles.
are
I
you?
mean, I live in California. I've never just encountered a wild crocodile, but yeah.
Yeah, why would you be? You just swim in lakes and you're like, there might be a crocodile here.
If I was in like Florida or something, absolutely.
Well, those are gators. Like, it's different,
Oh,
right?
it's the same thing.
Louisiana, Florida, like, sure, but like, also, they're there. And I still like I don't know people that are agoraphobic that are alligator phobic or like crocodile phobic, whatever that phobia might be called. It's not the same as snakes or sharks. It's not. I just don't see the crocodile as menacing, and I didn't see this movie as menacing. I think for me, it's a popcorn and one. I thought that it was fun. I did think it was a fun movie. It's obviously not a good movie, but it's like, hey, let's throw this movie on and watch this crocodile like tear some shit up. I wish there was more crocodile and less people, but we don't really get that. The kills are pretty epic. The bear kill is pretty epic. The guy's head getting the guy getting decapitated on the boat, pretty
Yeah.
epic. The first kill, pretty epic. It's just like it rides that wave for me, and I'm gonna give it a popcorn one because of that.
Yeah, I'd say popcorn one too. Yeah, this was a movie when it came out, especially on like DVD. Like everywhere you went, this movie was always on. People were like, "Oh yeah, I gotta put Lake Placid on, cleaning the house, whatever." You know,
Yeah.
This was really violent. Like this came out when I was a pretty little kid, and I don't remember it being like the opening scene, that guy getting ripped in half and all that. I was like, "Whoa!" Like that. A lot of that shocked me. You know,
Trying to get back on the boat.
yeah. It's an hour and 20 minutes, so it's a quick watch. You know, you mentioned Bridget Fonda, right? It's her name, Bridget Fonda, and
Not Jane, Bridget.
not Jane, yeah, being the hysterical woman, right? As they even say, they call her like, oh, this hysterical woman, right? She's got a can of Raid outside.
Man, like, not just that. Like, how about her weird ass introduction where her best friend is sleeping with the guy that she was sleeping with, and he's having an affair anyway? Like, so you guys are just letting this guy plow down on you? Like, well, he's got a wife and kids at home, and then you two are mad at each other? Like,
And he's like
you should
some
join
ugly
forces.
old man. He's like some
Yeah,
ugly
and
old man.
he's like, he has no redeeming factors. Like, he's not an attractive dude. I guess he's moderately wealthy. He must be. Maybe he's like the lead docent at this movie theater, at this museum. But it was weird. And then she's just like, she doesn't hit the other woman. They don't like team up like they do in the movie The Other Woman. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, you're sending me away so you could cheat on your wife with this other woman instead of me? Like, that was weird, right?
Yeah, very weird. It's a weird setup. There's no way you would catch me in that little ass boat when we know that there's some kind of big creature out there eating stuff, right? The second you saw like a moose head in the water, I'm like, there's something big enough in here that can just tear up a moose like that? We are
Jordan's
literally in
character.
a small boat.
Jordan's improv. Do you know how big a moose is?
Yeah, I am not staying on this boat, right?
Yeah.
And then Oliver Platt and Brendan Gleeson,
Yeah.
their whole back and forth thing, right? It's like,
The Odd Couple, man.
yeah, Oliver Platt keeps calling him fat, and I'm like, buddy, I'm pretty sure you're bigger than him.
His better jokes were the unintelligent. Like, yes, I can tell why you haven't found this. They're often found in books.
Yeah. He's funny. He's got some good ones, but I'm just like, dude, you're also fat.
Yeah. But he's charming.
Yeah. It's funny. This is a very kind of, put on the background movie as it was of its time. If you haven't gotten to see this, definitely go watch it. It is a popcorn in one. But I just feel like it captures that early 2000s.
Yeah, I think put it on for your kids that you allow to watch horror movies from the age of like 9 to 12.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good what's the word I'm looking for? It's a good
Age range.
no, I don't know. Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to mind meld with you, but we're a country away from each other, a country and an ocean away from each other. All right. Well, popcorn one for you. I appreciated you bringing it back. It's one of those movies that if you don't bring it back, you will forget about it, and you're gonna regret forgetting about it.
Demographic.
Yeah, demographic. Okay, good. I
There we
like it.
go.
Yeah, it's a good demographic to fit that movie into. This is also kind of a dad and your son movie. If you're gonna like, hey, you want to see something crazy? You want to see a crocodile wrecking shop? I got you. Something like that. So I dug it. I think it was a great pick. I'm in the 2000s with my pick, the 2010s. So we'll see what I come up with today at the end of the show. But you were watching a bunch of stuff this week. What were you watching?
I got to finally watch They Will Kill You. Was this a Butter on Top?
No, it was one that came out alongside a Butter on Top that I just did a double feature because I was like, you know what? This kind of looks like Kill Bill-ish, kind of fun, kind of like, what was Josh's drunk classic a while back, Baton Ratu. Remember that one?
Bunraku or something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that feel. And I gotta tell Josh, I didn't give that movie enough love. Upon like rethought and reflection, it was better than I thought. It was better
It's a
than
good
I
movie.
thought.
I remember liking it.
Yeah, good for Woody and good for Josh. But tell me about what you thought about They Will Kill You and jog my memory, and I'll have this dialogue with you because I loved it. Like I thought it was real good.
It was okay. It was different.
Okay.
You know, it combined a lot of different sort of elements, pulled on a lot of things to kind of make this Frankenstein of a action horror movie. It's gross and gory. You know, like overly gross and gory. You know,
Man, there's the fight scene when all the lights go out and we just have fire in the dining area. I thought that was dope.
That was awesome. That was really cool. But just parts like the eyeball rolling around, it gets so ridiculous. The gross pig head devil thing was
The
like
villain. Don't spoil it for people.
I mean, come
Just
on.
call it the lead villain.
Yeah, you'll see.
You didn't like it? I thought that guy was cool, man. I thought it was kind of like a weird take on like demon possession, like almost like or like the occult. I thought it was just different. It wasn't the same shit you always see.
It was very occult, right?
Yeah.
Very satanic ritual, all that stuff going on. It was cool, like it was gross and it was scary, but it just was like there's so much going on in this movie that like for that to be kind of sprung on you at that point in the movie, I was like, okay, where can we reel this in a little bit? Just a little bit. And then she puts it on the lady and she's fighting with like having a whole battle as
Was it Heather Graham that throws it on, or is it Patricia Arquette? Patricia Arquette's the one that throws it on, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole kind of lore and backstory going on here that they like don't go all the way into, but they give you just enough of it, like especially with Arquette's character.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. She's like one of the originals, I guess, right? Like she's one of the mains.
Yeah, like one of the like sort of founding members, so to say.
But she's also started out as a housekeeper too, right? Like she was
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of you want to hear a lot more about these interesting characters like Heather Graham and Draco Malfoy.
Tom Felton,
Draco Malfoy. And when he gets absolutely murked at the like early parts of the movie, I'm like, why would they even?
A couple times, man.
I know. But I'm like, why would he even be in this movie at all? Like, if that's just he gets.
It's like an explosion, right? Like right away, like a shotgun blast or something. Yeah, okay, I remember.
I'm like, oh, so I guess that's the end. Because I was really like excited. I was like, oh look, Draco Malfoy's in the movie. Good for him. And then it's like, oh wait, why is he? Why would they do that?
Yeah, I think in my original notes I put, oh shit, they pulled a Scream. Like I think that's what I feel like the old bait and switch, like kill off a star right away.
Yeah. And then I was genuinely shocked when the way this all works out.
Yeah,
happens.
The story
like,
starts to evolve.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil that because I found that to be like a good it caught me off guard. It surprised me.
Yeah.
This looked like it was so fun to make. This looked like they had an absolute blast in making this. The actors really commit. Like everybody fully, I feel like fully really commits to this storyline and the dialogue and all of that. It's a bit much, but it's a fun watch. Okay,
I love Zazie Beetz in it too.
Yeah, she goes for it, right? She seemed like she was really into this. Like it seemed like as if she had some stake in it. Like it's like a passion project for her or something. She went
think
for it.
She's gonna get some roles. Like even though she's already like in Deadpool, I think she's gonna get like maybe similar casting situations.
She's gonna be in Fast and Furious 25. No.
Yes.
They Will Kill You. I give it a popcorn and 1 as well.
Okay, popcorn and 1. Well, I got finally wrapped up the season, the first season, probably the only season based on how it wrapped, of I Will Find You, it's on Netflix. it's kind of been in that like top 10 viewed, and you're like kind of hesitant now because you feel like they're just kind of setting you up for all the Netflix originals, and whenever there's something new and they want you to watch it, they're like, this is a top 10 thing.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, this is a pretty well written show. It gets a little tropey in the last 3 episodes, but still has a pretty decent twist. It's got, some characters in it where the second you see them come onto film, you're like, that guy is one of the bad guys. Like, I know that guy's one of the bad guys because that guy is always one of the bad guys. Kind of like you said with Scream 7.
Yeah,
When you said you saw her, you're like, I saw her and she is always a villain, so I knew that she would be a villain.
yeah.
I think give it up for the mob. How is the mob still making appearances all over the place, man? Like, we are a country obsessed with the mob because the mob is in this, the Boston mob. You get, Logan Browning, who I have not seen in a lot, but she does a really good job as an FBI agent with like it's something you see coming, but a cool little twist for her character. And I don't feel she doesn't play it like too Law and Ordery. It's her own style. It's her own spin on it. I like, the tough up and coming FBI agent that's the best at the force, but no one knows it yet because she's just slightly overshadowed by this other agent. You get a little bit of that. Yeah, it gets a little tropey, like I said, the back half of the show, but it's an interesting whodunit. Quite a few twists and turns. They throw a lot at the audience to keep up with. There's a lot of like, could it be like surrogacy? Is there evil doctors? Is there evil organizations? Like I said, is it the mob? Like, what led to this? And they even like throw something at you from like to include Interpol, right? And you feel bad for that character because something happens to that character that's Interpol and they never speak of it again. Like, they don't even like braze back over it. And I'm just kind of like, I feel really bad for that character. That character arc kind of sucks. Like, it just, okay, like that's what we're going to do with this character that's arrived and is going to break the case. Understood. I just also, I learned that I really, really like Britt Lauer. Like, everything she's in, I enjoy, right? So you know her from Severance.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the love interest in Severance, the rich owner of the company's daughter in Severance. So if you're wondering what you've seen her in, it is Severance. But I think she's a great actress. She's fun to watch. She has this like weird appeal to her. Even in this role and in Severance, you're attracted to this character and the way that she plays this character. Like, you're intrigued. Like, okay, I want to know more about this character. And I think it is the gentle touch she puts on the character. It's not an overwhelming character. And in both series, it has a chance to. We get a little bit of Heroes action, or This Is Us, with Milo Ventimiglia.
That guy?
Ventimiglia, yeah. He's back, and he does a really good job in his role. He's kind of like Bruce Wayne in a way, without the Batman suit. Like, he's got all these resources and all this money to help out with everything that's going on, and he's just doing it out of the kindness of his heart because he's just a good person who's in love. And I found that angle interesting. And Sam Worthington as the Liam Neeson style father that's lost his child, and he will
Give
find
me back
them.
my family.
Yeah, he does a good balance of like a little bit of wimp with a little bit of tough, and I didn't mind it. I was like, okay, like, you know what? I don't mind this. You're not too whiny, and you're not too unbelievably tough. You did a good job finding that line of just, I'm just a regular dude. Clancy Brown ends up being the mobster that we're kind of chasing down, and I thought that that's an interesting casting. That is the head of the Boston mob. And again, this is a drink link. Shh, from your drunk classic, The Terminal. Chi McBride makes an appearance.
Oh.
Or Shay McBride. Yeah, Shy McBride, however you pronounce his name. So it's good. The storyline is, like I said, fairly cerebral through much of the first half of the season, and then we start to get a little tropey, right? They got to figure out how do we put a bow on this? Like, how are we going to tie this thing up? And they do okay. They do okay. They find a way. I think that you're intrigued trying to figure out who the person that did this to Sam Worthington is. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, is he gets put behind bars for a long time for the murder of his son that he did not commit. So with that being considered, that's what you're walking into with this show, and you got 8 episodes to figure it out. Now, I know once Jordan watches this, he's going to say he knew exactly who it was episode 1, and I'm sure he did. But I was, pleasantly surprised. I was like, you did a good job with about 19 bait and switches, in my opinion. There was about 19 bait and switches, and you got me.
20 would have been too much.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, how many times could we be in peril? Just like gravity, right? Like, how many different people can this be? I'm going to go ahead and give this a popcorn and 2, though. It was an enjoyable show, even though it does get a little bit tropey. I'm really afraid that your next review gets a little tropey, and I've been putting off watching it for a while. Why don't you tell me about Avatar Season 2?
Look, all right, they do their very, very hardest to stick to the source material, to the cartoon, okay, right? The original. And I hate to be like, kind of like that guy that's like, it's the book is better, the original's better, the cartoon is better. Of course the cartoon is better. Yeah. And so I want to warn you, like, if this is your first exposure to the Avatar series, this is good, okay? But you are doing a disservice if you judge it based on, the whole storyline, everything based on just the live action, okay? The cartoon.
Okay. I've never seen any of the cartoons. This is very much like One Piece for me.
Okay. Well, the cartoon is, I believe it's American made. English made, right? Origin. Yeah, it's a Nickelodeon series. So, it's linear and it's wraps up. I think it's about 3 or 4 seasons in total, the cartoon. A lot of episodes, but every episode is pretty meaningful, right? But they have to cut out a lot of things, right? I believe there's only 8 episodes of the live action.
Yeah.
So they have to
think budget, right?
Yeah, they cut out a lot of stuff. But for the most part, they keep it pretty true to the show, like the main points of it, right? The main conflicts, all of that. Okay. You're into Aang learning how to earthbend, right? It's the Book of Earthbending.
Is that
saga.
where we leave off season 1 too? I can't remember, but is that do we land of Earth? Or is it wind?
No, it was water. The Northern Water Tribes. 1? Yeah. The Northern Water Tribes. Yeah,
how
the big
has it been since season 1?
Maybe a year and a half, couple years, maybe.
Okay, yeah, because I really like I know these are like huge feats of like editing and digital renovation and like shots and reshots, but like it really kind of kills the buzz that it takes so long to get to the next season.
Yeah, and you do feel like a lot of things are sort of sudden. You're kind of like thrown into the middle of something that you don't quite remember, right? And that's why it does a little bit of injustice to the cartoon, as I feel like, you have to go back and watch it all, please.
You know what I hate about these shows, Jordan, really quick? I know you're about to dig into your review, is like the whole, like, the superhero always gets his ass kicked or her ass kicked. And it's like 5 episodes of them just getting destroyed, and then finally they're like, I have the power now, I'm strong again, here I come. And it's kind of like, can they just kick ass like once right away?
Yeah, this season doesn't have too much on the action side. This is a very kind of inner turmoil driven season. You do get a little bit of fighting towards the end. And the last couple episodes is where they really stray from the source material. You could tell that they really cut out some things and rushed through some things, just try to give you the bare bones that they have to get you kind of through. It's very much just like a setup season, and they let you know at the end that the next season will be the final season of this. But it's cool, I feel like it does a good enough job as just kind of a segue to get people to, please, like I've said a few times, go watch the cartoon, because it is very worth it. I promise you won't be disappointed. Toph, a beloved character, iconic Avatar character, Toph, the blind earthbending girl who becomes his earthbending teacher master.
I don't know who that is. I thought you were talking about the dragon they ride.
No, that's Appa. That's not a dragon. He's a water buffalo. Yeah. Come on, man.
I haven't seen it yet. Season 2. I already
I
forgot
have
season
a
one.
Fire Nation tattoo on me.
All the way on
So
the there it is. It's on camera.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, she's great. She's great. She plays the
Okay.
character very well. I don't know who the actress is, but she's fantastic in this role. I'm actually curious. I should look it up if she's actually blind or not.
Hmm.
But she's fantastic in this role.
Okay.
Really captures the character. Zuko and the Uncle Iroh. The uncle acts his butt off. The Fire Nation uncle, who's outcast. You know, great. Their storyline is just awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, a lot of politics and stuff going on. So go watch this. It was great. It gets a little, some of the effects and stuff get a little like on the line. They're kind of back and forth. Some of it is fantastic. Some of it is not so good. But overall, I give Avatar season 2 a popcorn and 2.
Popcorn and two good. Two popcorn and two shows from Netflix back to back. Good for Netflix. I mean, they've had a bad run from us for a little while here at Popcorn and Beers.
Mm.
We've kind of thrashed quite a few Netflix projects as of late. But let's get into another Netflix project that I might not like. Let's get into Enola Holmes 3. I think we both saw this one.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm really starting to wonder when Millie Bobby Brown is going to branch out. Is she
Mhm.
like going to be a Netflix staple, like what's old girl from Glow, and she was just in the movie I reviewed with Jennifer Lopez, and she's kind of like the Netflix like retainer actress, right? Like oh man, I can't think of her name right now. It escapes me. With this movie, I was really bored. I found myself just really bored through most of this movie. And in watching it, it made me sad. Sorry, Betty Gilpin was the actress I was trying to think of that is just like the Netflix actress on retainer. And I'm like, is this Millie Bobby Brown's thing now? Because she's done like three of these. I haven't really seen her in much else. Can you recall her being in anything outside of like Netflix productions?
I mean, she was in like Godzilla, the
You're
Godzilla
right.
movies.
You're right. She was in one Godzilla movie.
Yeah. I feel like there might have been something else. I don't know. But
But
yeah, you're right. She's mostly a Netflix feature.
yeah, it's kind of her thing, and we got the same cast of characters, a familiar villain. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but a familiar villain, and it's kind of like here we go with the same old shtick. Nothing really original. Also, down with the colonizers. We need to
Yeah.
get them out of here. They do nothing but ruin things. Okay, it's cool because you're kind of creating a new villain, but you don't really villainize them. So it's kind of like you guys were bad, and they're like, we know, and it's like this is not interesting. Like it's kind of boring. Like give me a little, give me some action,
Yeah.
give me
Yeah.
something here. Like don't just be like you're bad. We know we're bad. We're sorry. Like what? Like
Yeah.
something. Give me something. And it's just like, oh, here's a romance. This is the most awkward damn romance you will ever see. It
Yeah.
is so it lacks chemistry hardcore.
Well, they
Like
also just to me, I don't know what it is. They seem like children. They seem like
still
really young to me. I'm like, it's weird. Yeah.
yeah, it's super awkward, and we're gonna get to awkward sex scenes here in a bit in the next thing I review. But
Mm.
yes, they're young, but also it's like they're not good together. Like
Yeah.
they're just when they're on screen together, I'm like, ugh, get them off. All right, like bring back HBC, bring back Henry Cavill. Like, give me someone that can hold their own here. These two, like, I'm not buying it. I'm not interested. You might as well just make like another like House of Sand and Fog because I am falling asleep here. In fact, I did fall asleep. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Enola Holmes 3 put me to sleep. Like I literally fell asleep watching this, and I had to like do that thing, that you have to do where you have to like figure out where you were. So you kind of like rewind, and like try to find the last thing you remember
Yeah.
that you were at, and then like it jogs your memory. I don't know. It's jumped the shark here for me for
Yeah.
Enola Holmes 3. Action sequences were really bad. Like they were not good. The one-on-one fight with Millie Bobby Brown, I was like, this is pathetic. This is not well choreographed. It's slow. I didn't like the cuts. The camera work was terrible. For me, Bad
Interesting.
Direction. You get your chance, sir. Enola Holmes 3 is a popcorn. Go ahead, Jordan. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Enola Holmes 3, right? The trilogy. It joins the pantheon of all-time great trilogies: The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Dark Knight, Star Wars, The Bourne Identity, right?
Can we
Enola
still call
Holmes.
Star Wars a trilogy?
Well, I mean the original. Yeah, it's sets of
That's
trilogies.
I guess.
Right, Enola Holmes.
Fast
Add
and
its
Furious.
name. Add its name to the list. Yeah. Breaking the third wall, snappy cutaways, and all of that, right? The things that they use in 1 and 2, they beat it to absolute death in this one. It is constant. It is
Yeah.
constant. I didn't find it as boring as you did, but I did find it a little self-indulgent.
Yeah.
A little like sometimes you agree with when they're self-aware of like, yeah, we're kind of cutesy and a little corny and a little whatever, and we're gonna lean into that.
Yeah.
This heavily leans into it to the point where like it gets like, okay, relax, I get it, you're goofy, you're quirky, it's fine, you
Yeah.
know.
And they say it over and over again. Enola, you know who you are. Be true to yourself. This is what makes you you. Like
Exactly.
over and over and over again.
Yeah. You said it, British colonialism of Malta and India and the Middle East and everything else. Yeah, they go in on that, but that's not what the movie's about, so they kind of shy away from the real consequences and things of that. Going down all that historical stuff, they're just like, they brush on it, and then they kind of get swept under the rug a little bit. I think you're
the
right.
side quest villains are not really villains because you're just kind of like, let's keep these people happy too. Like, let's not.
Yeah. I thought the fight scene was pretty satisfying.
Okay.
I felt like it was satisfying. As for what it was, like it's Millie Bobby Brown and this other not physically like it's these two ladies fighting each other,
This
and they're not
familiar
martial
face
artists
from previous films.
Yeah, they are not soldiers. They're just like two ladies fighting each other.
Two very smart women. One is a professor. The other is just a crack detective.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's for what it is and what I guess it's meant to be. I thought it was fine. I thought it was okay. I feel like they didn't try too hard to make them seem like they're like these combat martial artist experts. They're just kind of winging it and flinging it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like the villain overacts a lot. The delivery on the lines were
Really? I thought she was the better actor of the group outside of Henry.
really. Henry's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Henry's just a really good actor.
Yeah. The villain kind of just puts over, the whole theme of this movie is like, you're being emotional. I feel like the villain needs a little bit more sort of psycho, straightforward delivery. It was just a little bit too over the top for me. I'm gonna join you and say it's a popcorn, but I don't believe it's like a skip. If you liked the first two movies, this one is gonna be just fine for you.
I guess it does the job. I mean, like Fast and Furious does the job if you just want to see cars racing each other, and heists. But it doesn't make it good. And if we're rating it for what it was, I think it's still a popcorn to me. Like, even if we're like doing it on our little scale that we do sometimes with popcorn and beers, of like, hey, let's look at it for what they're trying to do. I don't think they accomplished their mission.
It was novelty, and the first movie and the second one was like, it's all just. Did this need to be made? Probably not, but I'm sure some kids like it,
Yeah, I mean,
teens.
does it need to get made? No, but will it get watched? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, speaking of kids watching things they shouldn't, let's talk about mid-90s. So in our pre-production meeting, you said, good movie. All right? Yeah, it was good. I'm telling you right now, off the top, probably a popcorn and two movie.
Possibly a classic killer for me. I'm pretty sure this is on my list somewhere, but I've been trying to just buy time and wait for it to age a little bit, but it's all good. Yeah, let it rip.
Okay, yeah, no, it was kind of, it's always been on my list of movies to watch. It's one of those for me where it's like, oh, there's not really anything new on some of the streamers right now for me to catch, right? Like nothing I haven't seen. So let me check out mid '90s on HBO Max and let me see what this movie's about, right? Because it was one of the first films that Jonah Hill produced, I believe, and we immediately get that '90s angst of like your siblings, right? But it's like next level. It's not like Home Alone, don't go into my room, like Butch, right? Like teasing Kevin. This is we're poor and we're gonna act like ratchet poor people. And you went in older brother's room and he beats the hell out of this kid. Like that's your introduction to mid '90s. Is this kid who appears to be just a good kid and wants to be good, getting the hell beat out of him, and you kind of carry this throughout the first 65 minutes, right? Of he's trying to be good, and then finally he finds a group where he's accepted, and it's probably not the group you'd want this young man to be accepted by, and it leads to quite a few coming of age, I guess. What's the word I'm looking for? Like levels or tiers that you come upon, and it
like
throws
milestones.
Yeah, like thank you, milestone. Coming of age milestones is perfect, and you even get one of the most awkward sex scenes you could ever see in your entire life with Maddie Perez from Euphoria and Alexa Demi, and it's like a fourth grader with like a sixth grader doing, in the gene stuff. And I did not like it. I was not fond. I was like, it was one of those ones where you're like 10 seconds ahead, 10 seconds ahead. I don't need to see this, right?
Yeah.
There is a funny line where he comes out after having his thing with her, and he goes, "I want to do that more." And one of the other guys goes, "Don't we all, bro? Don't we?" And that was kind of funny because I'm sure your first experience, you're kind of like, "I want to do that again. How do I keep doing that?" And it just was awkward because they're so young, and this kid is like drinking 40s of malt liquor, like just getting after it as a fourth grader, and it's just rough. Like I didn't do that as a fourth grader. I was never like even tempted, and he's smoking like rock, like not even weed, like hardcore drugs, and he's in fourth grade, and I'm kind of like and I grew up poor, and I don't remember that. I don't.
It's like a city growing up in a big city, right? This is like L.A.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's
or Bay Area, either L.A. or the Bay Area.
Yeah. Somewhere.
I don't know.
Something.
Yeah, but the nicknames are good, right? We got bleep shit, and all of them have like their funny fourth grade, right? All of them have their funny little nicknames and what they go through. Like it's funny that do you know who plays the older brother?
I don't remember.
Lucas Hedges, man. So he's like the guy, like he's like your typical '90s 2010 teen from like Boy Erased, Ben is Back, Manchester by the Sea, Lady Bird.
Okay,
like he's in Honey Boy. Like you know him when you see him, right?
Yeah.
And he's in all these movies. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, I could see why his career took off a little bit. He does a very good job of like playing this older brother and freaking out and not wanting his brother to go down the similar path that he was going down because he knew he was kind of a screw up, and he knew his brother was like destined for better things and just not achieving it. It's overall a very sad film, and it also shows you like broke also stays loyal to its tribe, like, and that's I guess how the broke stay broke, and it's just sad. It's a tough movie to really get into as you're really examining these change of life moments that are occurring with this fourth grade kid. And I popcorn and two, but uncomfortable. Like uncomfortable. Even the end where they try to be like, yeah, look at it, we had fun. You're still like, dude, so much went on to make this little film.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. I love that movie.
Do you? Okay, all right. Well, I it's just not a movie I'm going to recommend to too many people. Like, I think they have to be an actual cinephile,
Yeah.
for me to recommend a movie like that, because otherwise
it's a bit of a day ruiner.
Yeah, you're just gonna think I'm a f***ing weirdo if I recommend it to you and you watch it and you're not somebody that really enjoys cinema.
It's a coming of age movie, and those are always very kind of like that. They can be most times.
Yeah, for sure. But good job, well produced on Jonah finding quite a few young stars. Were there any young stars in your final review?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
no
so.
one that's gonna pop out, that's gonna stand out.
No, nah.
Okay.
I watched From season 1, and this is a streaming show on like MGM Plus or something like that. Like it's like an original show for them. It's a horror show, right? Very Twilight Zone. What can I compare it to? It's just, don't go out at dark. It's very Stephen King.
Is it an anthology series?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a continuous series. It's on its 4th season. I think fourth season like just came out. It's very Lost, very Stephen King, very like there's a lot going on. First episode, you're thrown right into a whole bunch of stuff going on. And this is a gory show.
Okay.
Super gory. They don't always show
Get after it.
They don't show people getting like mutilated, but they show people when they are mutilated for sure. I think the budget was kind of low on this and it took off, hopefully maybe in the later seasons. They
show the consequences of the mutilation.
They invested hopefully in a little more into the show,
Okay.
It does come off kind of Sci-Fi Channel, a little bit low budget at times, but it's good. There's a lot going on, and you're just the whole time you're like, please, I hope this show is going somewhere because I'm pretty invested into this. And they just keep adding more complications and more complications and more characters and layers. It's a lot of moving parts, a lot of layers, a lot of moving parts, right? It gets campy, a little bit of overacting for some characters, especially the young people, the kids, the teenagers. There's a character who's really annoying in this, an adult person, and I don't know. I just want him to go away for sure.
Forever. Go away forever.
Yeah, it's I can't wait to watch more of this. I'm taking a break just to watch the final season of The Bear, and then I'm gonna dive all the way back into this show. I watched it the whole season within a couple days. Interesting premise. It's really scary. Like as far as horror shows go, like it's pretty scary, and I'm invested. I want these questions to be answered. But from what I hear from the internet, season 2, you don't get too many more questions answered. So we'll see how this goes.
Keep you on the hook.
Yeah. So from season 1, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a popcorn and 1.
Okay.
But I want to give it like a popcorn and 1.5. Like it's pretty good. I just want to see where it's going.
You're just intrigued. You're intrigued.
Yeah.
Well, are you intrigued by our Butter on Top this week? Another live action?
I am. I definitely am. It is
Moana.
Look, there's a lot of criticism going on about some decisions made in this movie, stylistically, casting, all of that. It looks from the previews like they're just going to be super true to the cartoon. So, is this a necessary adaptation? Probably not, but it's going to make a ton of money.
I liked Lilo and Stitch, though. That was one of my favorite.
Too.
And it was almost shot for shot the cartoon. In fact, my only real complaint was give me more Stitch. I would have loved to see more Stitch in this. So I don't really mind if they just do the carbon copy, just live action.
But Stitch is Stitch. Stitch is iconic. What's iconic
Moana,
about
dog.
this? I mean, the music is the songs. Some of the songs were unbelievably
huge. She is a hero to little girls around the world.
I know, but it's not this. It's not Stitch. It's not Stitch. She's a character. She's a princess. She's a Disney princess, and all Disney princesses are little girls around the world love them. But it's not like that. Not secondary. How do I put this? The marketable thing, right? Stitch. You have dolls and merchandising kind of it all, and so the equivalent of that in this movie is what, the chicken and
probably,
the pig and Maui being played by The Rock, who looks way too old, and I think they could have I mean, yeah, look, it's The Rock, and he did the voice and all that, but I feel like they could have got somebody else
to do it.
To do it, yeah. But anyways,
Jason Momoa, you want more Jason Momoa?
No, absolutely not. That would have been a terrible decision. No.
Who else do you have in mind, man? Like,
just somebody new, somebody fresh. You know, I'm sure there's lots of.
We don't have any young action stars right now. That is the thing.
I feel like there's probably a ton of talented Polynesian actors that could have done this role and would have been great.
Okay. All right, so I mean, like, I'm excited for it. Like, I like Moana. You're right. The music is iconic. I guess the most iconic part of this. But I do think the character is very popular, and I think its representation matters, and I think we need to keep doing it. I'm excited about it. Do you know in Germany that she's not named Moana?
What is she named?
Viana.
Viana.
Yeah, it's a copyright issue out here in Germany. So there's a big poster in my movie theater that says Viana. Coming soon. So I'm gonna go complete opposite direction for this week's drunk classic. Okay, we are in the 2010s. As you all know, I go decade by decade, and we just finished the 90s with Can't Hardly Wait. And this is one that I think in the raunchy comedy era was an underrated raunchy comedy that not enough people went and saw, okay? So we're going to go watch Ben Stiller and his father Jerry Stiller and Michelle Monaghan again, Mr. Danny McBride in The Heartbreak Kid. So I'm
great.
very excited to bring this to people that may not have seen it yet. It's almost 20 years old. It was made in 2007, so it's almost 2 decades old. But I hope that if you join us, you just walk around your house for no reason, screaming the obscenity, "Jackhammer me, Eddie! Jackhammer me!" So that's what we got for you this week and next week on Popcorn and Beers. If you want to join us for Moana, we'll see you at the theater. You get the popcorn, and we got the beer.